Hey Wargamers, we're going to do a turn recap today. My friend Victor here has brought his towel. I'm going to be playing my Chaos Space Marines. See if I can do any better than I've been doing recently. So go with us on this journey and stick with us for the army intro. Here we go, guys. This is the Chaos Space Marines that I'm bringing. I've got a squad of regular Chaos Space Marines with a las cannon. I have another squad of Chaos Space Marines with a las cannon. I have a group of Khorne Berserkers with Karn. He's not very well painted, but we're pretending not to notice. Here is another group of Berserkers. Here is another group of Berserkers. So 3 squads of Berserkers, 2 of Chaos Space Marines. In the back here, my second HQ, not very fluffy, but it's a sorcerer. These are his powers. He got Psychic Shriek, Invisibility, and Prescience. Now you may be asking, how is it that you have Divination in a Chaos Space Marine list? Well, this detachment is from the Crimson Slaughter, and he has taken the artifact, the Bale Star of Manon, as well as the Daemon Heart. The Bale Star allows him access to the Divination School, but prevents him from taking advantage of Deny the Witch rolls based on him being a Psyker. And the Daemon Heart gives him a 2-up armor save and the It Will Not Die special rule. Then over here we have 3 Land Raiders in which to carry my 3 squads of Berserkers and Karn. And that's my list. Lots of bodies, over bullets. We'll see if this helps me lose less. Alright. Alright, Victor, let's take a look at your fish folk here. What do we got today?
Alright, starting on the left, we have fast attack choice. We have 2 Tetra Speeders from the Imperial Armor 3 book.
Okay.
To the right of them, we have my first HQ choice, which is Commander Raleigh. He is also he's one of the special characters from the Imperial Armor book. He has a XV9 battle suit and 2 marker light drones with him.
Okay.
To the right,
okay,
we have my first squad of crisis suits equipped with a 2 plasma rifles, then 2 fusion guns and 2 fusion guns. The one with plasma rifles is the leader of the unit, has a target lock as well. To the right of that, we have a squad of crisis battle suits, all equipped with 2 fusion blasters. To the right of that, we have yet another unit of crisis suits equipped with burst cannons and flamers. Continuing on, we have a unit of 10 Kroot equipped with sniper rounds.
That's fun.
Oh yeah. Then to the right, we have a Cadre Fireblade. As you can see, he is not painted. And some of Jimmy's Fire Warriors to go with him. Squad of 12 equipped. They all have... Everything in my army has to have bonding knives. This is a Farsight Enclave list.
Okay.
So that's my troop choices, would be my Kroot Fire Warriors and my 3 units of crisis suits.
Okay.
To the back, we now have another Forge World unit,
the
guy. XV-107 Ravarna Battle Suit, however you pronounce that.
Oh man, he's pretty.
Yes, he is. One day I'll get him painted. I have given him a shielded missile drone. That's the only option he has. His rules are freely available from the Forge World website. Next, we have a formation. We have the Fire-Based Support Cadre. The first unit there is 3 broadside battle suits with high-yield missile pods, smart missile systems, that all 3 have target locks, so they can split their fire off from the drones, which they have 6 missile drones. To the right of them, we then have the second squad of broadsides required. The leader has a velocity tracker, letting him attack air units, and they all have the heavy rail guns, which we don't see hardly anymore since the advent of the high-yield missile pod.
Okay.
But thankfully you took Land Raiders. Those might actually be useful today.
Okay.
And then we have also the required Riptide for the fire-based cadre. He has the heavy burst cannon, a twin-linked fusion blaster, a early warning override, and a velocity tracker. And that would be my 2,000 points of tau.
Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and set up our deployment, and I will see you when we're done with that for the first recap. Alright guys, we're going to start over here on my side of the board. This is pretty straightforward. Not very sexy. There's my deployment. See it? I got 3 Land Raiders. Karn is here. He is not there or there. Land Raiders. Yes, they're missing sponsons. They're works in progress. Go with me on this journey. Now, as we go across the board, much more filled out deployment. Over here in the corner, these are Fire Warriors, right?
Yep.
And a big gray dude who's in charge.
Condre.
Yes, yes. And then these quick guys that I guess are kind of like bikes.
They are skimmers. They're like Land Raiders with marker lights.
Okay, well that's fun. Skinny Land Raiders with marker lights. All right, and then this guy in the back is here.
That's my warlord.
He's in charge of this army. He's running stuff. Then we've got some broadsides, right?
Yep.
That's what they're called, and they've got some little helpers there in the front. And then there's Jack the Riptide, okay, and his cousin, whose name is impronounceable by human speech. And then more broadsides.
Yep.
And they've got some special guns.
Yes.
Now I'll give you a shot of the board. Here we go. This is our terrain. And so we're gonna do this. Here we go. Alright, so I will see you guys at the end of turn 1. This is a familiar tale. Here we go. Here's my Land Raiders. All 3 of them still here. They moved up and shot some stuff. Karn's Pimp Ride has been reduced to 2 hull points as a result of withering fire on the part of the fish folk. And on the other side of the board, broadside's still intact, Riptide still intact. His cousin tried to turn on the big engine and took a wound, but is otherwise unhurt. We've got these guys, which I inexplicably referred to as Land Raiders. I meant Land Speeders. Clearly not a Land Raider, but they're also clearly not damaged. There's the HQ with some drones. They're sort of over there in the corner. I laid down some fire on these broadsides and still could not kill them, and they passed their leadership, so no first blood for me. And then those guys are still in the back. So not an incredibly impressive turn, all things told. Lots of moving, lots of shooting, and lots of not winning. So we'll see you at the bottom of turn 2. All is not lost. All is not lost. Okay, right here we have an invisible Land Raider. He's kind of blocked by his buddy here, who was broken down and only has 1 hull point left and is missing this sponson. And then we've got this guy is dead. He wrecked. He got pecked to death by ducks or fish or something. There's these guys. They're hanging out, getting ready to do something sneaky, I imagine, to probably those guys over there. And then, okay, these guys came in from reserve. This is 2 squads of Chaos Space Marines. These 2 little green dudes have las cannons. They tried to shoot that guy and were essentially ineffective. As you can see, he has no wound markers on him. And here we got the bird people hanging out in the woods, getting ready to start some stuff, probably with this unit, but who knows. There's the enemy commander, is unfazed. We got these Tetra guys. They're still sitting there. They're unwounded. Way in the back there, got some Fire Warriors, and they're just hanging out, being not dead. Now it gets a little interesting. You may remember that the Riptide's cousin was sitting here in front of these berserkers who have Karn with them. They attacked him, and due to some very unfortunate rolling, he rolled 3 1s against the wounds that actually got through, and so he was removed as a casualty. So I got my first kill point. Yay! Over here we have the Riptide. He's engaged with a squad of berserkers who managed to do absolutely nothing. He's still got 3 wounds. He's gonna have some fun playing with these guys next turn. And then still the other broadsides hanging out, not hurt. So pretty even right now. We've got, here's my little psyker. He's hiding in the bushes, trying to be innocuous and not dead. Alright, so that's turn 2, guys. We will rejoin you at the bottom of 3. Okay, so here we go. We've got these guys came in from reserve for Victor, and they are sitting there. And this Land Raider is sitting here with 1 hull point left, and he's still missing that laser. His other weapons are intact. These guys did some shooting against the units that were here. As you can see, there's been quite an effect there. They then used their combat moves to bounce backwards. Same basic thing here. They shot over here with these guys where did a lot of damage and then bounced backwards. This is what remains of the Chaos Space Marines. I believe that's 6 models. 1, 2, 3, nope, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 6. Against these Kroot, which are kind of camouflaged, but they're in there. So we're locked in combat with some Kroot, which I guess will save us from getting shot. Over here, the enemy commander, still pristine. He's got his Tetra guys there, still pristine. Still with this broadside that I tried to kill in the first turn and have since done nothing to. He's just sort of sitting there. These guys, they've decided they're going to document this battle for posterity. They've tried to run twice and each time it was not worth their efforts, so they've just sort of hung out there. As we pan, we've got Karn's unit here. They helped finish blowing up the Riptide and then consolidated back towards that broadside. These guys were kind of disappointed that Karn hogged all the fun, but they still got to consolidate, and they're kind of also making their way towards that broadside. Invisible Land Raider. That pretty much says it. And so there you go. That's the board at the end of turn 3. We will see you at the end of turn 4. Due to time constraints and things beyond our control, we are going to end the game here. As we stand, this unit would have died but didn't. My opponent has 5 kill points, First Blood and Slay the Warlord to my 2 kill points. And he also has Line Breaker. I did not get Line Breaker. And so that is a Tau victory. Well played, Victor. Look forward to playing you again in the future. Let's do the epic handshake on the left. Yes, alright. Alright, Warboid Wargamers, join us next time for another Warboid Wargaming Battle Report.